I'm going to take you through the kit that I've got in my bag right now. I'm just out on a nice walk around the Chiltern Hills, walking through the woods and over the hills and bits like that. So it's just a short to medium length walk. At the moment I'm probably 2 miles from the car. But what's in my bag is going to give you kind of an idea of what you should be taking on a similar length walk in similar terrain. So rolling hills, some nice woodlands, nothing too dangerous or exciting. So first of all, let's have a look down here. I've got my Chiltern Hills North 1 to 25,000 OS maps. And then in the top of my bag, I've got the 1 to 50,000 version. That is number 165. They're both waterproof, so that they're both laminated active maps. I've also got in here it's just my sort of battery packs and things for recharging my phone, just in case that dies. So, in my little orange waterproof bag, I've got some sandwiches, leftover Christmas snacks and some fruit. More than what I need for today, but I don't want to run out, so it's always good to have surplus. To go along with that, I've obviously got my water in my side pocket. 1 litre in there. 1 litre is the least that you should be taking, really. I would generally try to take 1.5 litres, but I normally have a bladder pack in my bag for the bigger trips I'm doing, and that bladder pack will carry 3 litres. Very rarely do I fill it up to 3 litres, but I'll generally have it floating around maybe 2 litres. For the bigger mountain jobs I'm doing, it would probably get closer to 3 litres if it was a particularly hot day and a long day. In my green waterproof sack, I have got spare layers. So there's a hat in there, some gloves. What else? There's a warm mid layer as well, just in case I want to swap that out or chuck something else on top. And you'll notice that most of the stuff that's in my bag goes into waterproof stuff sacks first, just in case it gets all wet. It does have a waterproof cover, but by the time it takes to get that cover out, depending on how heavy the rain is and things like that, I just prefer to have everything in a separate bag. It also makes it easier to find, and everything is colour coded. I know that if I want my food, it's in my orange stuff sack. In here I've got a small personal first aid kit. You can take things out, put things in. You don't have to stick with what's in there when you buy it, but very useful, very handy, important bits of kit to have with you. Now, that's a very small one compared to what I would normally carry. So if I'm leading groups, I normally carry my bigger mountain leader first aid kit. If I was to carry this, I wouldn't then carry a personal first aid kit. Everything that I need is in here, plus additional bits for other people too. If you're going out for just a normal walk around the Chiltern Hills or whatever, and you're not leading a group or anything like that, then a small personal first aid kit with your own bits and your own medication if you need it is in there, and that'd be more than enough. Something else to consider, possibly not for what the walk I'm doing today, is a storm shelter. Super light piece of kit. It's an excellent shelter for getting out of storms, out the rain, the wind, or even if it's a really sunny, really hot day, it makes for an excellent shelter. This particular one that I've got in my bag can fit 2 people in it. I've got another one that fits about 16 people in it. So they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, but they are excellent pieces of kit, very useful if the worst happens. Then I have got in my little side pocket my coffee. And down here in the bottom section of my bag is where my waterproofs live. So I've got my waterproof trousers in there, really lightweight but really good, and my lightweight waterproof jacket. It's not due to rain today, but they will always be in my bag just in case. They also make excellent wind shelters as well, just in case I wanted to get out the wind or add an extra bit of warmth as well. So that's the bulk of my bag. In my internal zip, I have got a head torch. Again, not supposed to be out until, well, out to dark, but just in case I get stuck, it's always handy to have a torch. And then finally, in my top section, I have got my sighting compass, which is tangled up. There we go. Sighting compass, the one with the mirror. This will generally spend more time in my bag, unless I really need it for accurate bearings. What I do use more than often is my Expedition Type 54 compass. Brilliant piece of kit, and it just covers every map that you're possibly going to need. I have on the string my timing card, a little gadget to help do grid references, and some pacing beads. I think that's it. That is everything that's in my bag that is a particularly useful thing to look at. Also attached to my bag is my hat. Don't go anywhere without it, and it's always good to have a sun hat with you. So hopefully that has given you a good idea of what you should take on a general single day short to mid-length walk. Waterproofs, first aid kit, spare layers, head torch just in case, obviously your maps and your compass, and food and drink. Those additional bits to think about would be your storm shelter, depending on the weather, maybe a battery pack or even a spare phone to take with you, but that is essentially the pieces of kit that I would recommend taking on just a normal short to mid-length walk.